Welcome to the Man United show. We are live, and I can already see the comment section is absolutely buzzing. Thank you very much for joining us, and of course, I've got my special guest here today, Natalie. How you doing, Natalie?
Hey, I'm doing good. I thought you were going to say Nathan.
No. Do you know what? I feel like you are my co-host right now. We're going to get you on more regular. It's already good that you're already back on. Okay. It's good to have you back.
No, thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No, that's all good. That's all good. Nathan is joining us, but he's doing the hokey cokey at the moment. But we're going to say hello to everyone else in the comment section. Hello, how you doing, Kate? How you doing, Mary? Ollie, Old Trafford. Thank you for joining us so far. And of course, here's my co-host on cue. It's Nathan Ellen. How you doing, Nathan?
Very good, thanks. Very good.
That's good. If you are watching on Twitter, I say it every time, come over to YouTube, show your face, get into the comment section. It's a lively bunch over here. The same as if you're watching on Facebook. I know that if you're watching on Facebook and you're hitting the comment section, we can't see who you are. So we want to see who you are. Come over to KS1 TV, smash that subscribe, hit the notifications button, and join the crew here. All right. There's a big game coming up. Atalanta in the Champions League. A must-win game. I don't want to hear anything but it's a must-win game. You need it for your confidence. You need it to push the doubters aside, and the team needs it as well. Nathan, worried about this game a little bit?
I'm worried about all our games at the moment. So it's a must-win every game at the minute. We got to find some consistency. We've got to find the right blend and stop thinking about players that need to play. We've got to play the best players. If it means Cristiano sits on the bench. That's what he does. Put Greenwood up front, do your job. Whoever's playing the best at the time, if you do that, I think you'll get a lot more out of this team than just putting all the big boys on the pitch,
Yeah.
So, for me, that's what I think.
Natalie, is there any worry about this game, or do you think you've got it in the bag on come Wednesday?
No, there's worry because obviously I think just the way that we were conceding goals versus Leicester, it was like 20 seconds after and we conceded, and it's worrying. It's worrying that a lot of the goals come from that we do score come from sort of individual brilliance. That Greenwood goal was amazing. He's on form. He was the guy you would play, but other than that, we don't look like we have a style. We don't look like we're going to create goals at all. It looks like it's just Greenwood has a shot and give it to Greenwood. It's no style of play building up and scoring, and that's what's worrying. But I think, it's sad that we've been through this, haven't we? We always go up and down and sometimes it's usually the games against a Liverpool, against a City that we actually do well in, because it's like they'll come on to us. But I feel like now it's sort of maybe teams have figured that out, like this is how they play, this is how you stop their counter. So it might be a bit more difficult. I'm sure like Atalanta will come and defend, but like sort of look to counter us now instead, and that's when we struggle, kind of thing, when we're breaking teams down.
Yeah. All right. So we've got early team news in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka is obviously eligible after the UEFA ban has been reduced from 2 games following a successful appeal from the club. Fred should be back in time, and Edinson Cavani. Nathan, you look happy there about Edinson Cavani back. Or was it Fred? Was it Fred? Which one was it? Was it Fred?
It was flipping Fred at the minute.
You want that McFred middle back again?
No, I don't want it back, but we're going to have to play it, because if we don't have that, we stand absolutely no chance of defending. So it's what we are. So you got to play to your strengths. So I start thinking of it like this now. I'm thinking of my teams based on what we've got and what's best for our team. And I'm thinking, try out Fred and Van der Beek. Like, Van der Beek will have that extra bit of something going forward, and Fred will be that player who just sweeps up everything, and just tell him to keep it simple. Listen, just keep it simple and win everything back like you do. You got the legs. That's why you're in the team. And then we have to build from there. Someone's going to have to get dropped, and it's probably going to be Pogba. Probably is. And Cristiano should get dropped as well and give Greenwood a start, or Cavani. And then if he's not playing well, Cristiano comes on, let him fight for his spot. That's what I'm saying, man. We've got to do it. We can't just play players based on their name anymore. We're getting hurt right now.
Yeah.
It's not nice to see.
Natalie, We do the predicted line, but what I want to hear your lineup. What lineup would you go with against Atalanta on Wednesday?
Yeah, I'd go De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw. The defence that was there. I know Maguire had a bad time, or who you really got. I mean, you could pick Baye, but for me, I think Maguire maybe just had a bad time because I think he was sort of rushed back rather than like him being a bad player or him not being able to. I think having a bit of more extra training in him, I would pick Maguire again. That's just my opinion. But yeah, no, I would go back to the Fred. I know people are going to say, oh, this and that, but I would because, at least with that, it looks a bit more stable. I think when we had Pogba in the middle with Matic, didn't look great. Then Scotty Coman still didn't look great. It was just too easy for them to run through the defence. So I would go with a stability that we're used to, that has been played. Obviously for whatever reason, he don't like Donny. Donny's been okay when I've seen him. He's not set the world alight. He's been okay, but I see why people don't like the Freds. But then Van der Beek isn't playing, so for me, I think I would play Fred. McTominay, they're used to playing together, and then like what Nathan said, Cristiano, he's not doing it. I think with Cristiano, the age that he's at, you need to be supplying the ball into him regularly. You need to be creating the chances for him. He's not the kind of guy who's gonna. He can score out of nothing, but he needs that supply, and he's not getting it. So I think for me, I'd have a Cavani in there, and then even Sancho's not doing that great. So I don't know. Would you? I don't know. There's not even really that much options. We started off having loads of options, but because he's not doing that great, but I would keep Greenwood on the wing just because I think adding Greenwood on the wing, and then maybe even start Rashford. I don't know. Obviously, don't want to rush the guy back, but if he's ready, start him.
I mean, it's hard not to start him when he comes on and he has two chances, or not even two chances. One, he tried to create himself, couldn't quite get out, and this next one he got through and scored. So it's hard, and it's understandable why so many people are waiting for him to come back, eager for him to come back, because he's just, as Nathan said many times, he can create something out of nothing, and when he's in front of goal, he's absolutely clinical. So it's important to have them players in your team. Nathan, I could hear by Natalie struggling there with trying to work out a player because the players that are in lack of form. But this is it seems like they've played themselves into this sort of low confidence at the moment.
Yeah, they have. But we've got players there that I could see, with options to play with tomorrow, Wednesday. For me, I'm looking at how do I strengthen up that defense. And I always thought Maguire and Baye was better than Maguire and Lindelof anyway. When they played against Chelsea, we looked so strong away at Stamford Bridge that time. And then he got taken out. I'd go with that again. Just so then I can play my Fred and Van der Beek rather than Fred and McTominay. Because if you put Lindelof there, I can understand why you want Fred and McTominay, because they're just going to be two sheets right in front of him, make it very hard to break us down. But then, like I'm saying, now you've got that. What Van der Beek does, it's very simple, but it's all what we need. It's the effective breaking them lines. It's the popping and getting it back quickly to then move players, to then press you, and then it's open. And that's what he does very, very well. And I think that's what we're going to need to get to that next level of getting players open, having Sancho running in behind. What you see with United, I saw it against Leicester. Sancho's got the direct mindset. When you watch Dortmund, they're quick, pop, 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 but they're running quick, all forward runs, and people are slotting them in. United, I see him running. No one's even looking at him. He's gonna miss. And then I'm sitting there going, man, I never thought I'd say this, but Dan James actually fit this system better than having better players. He just did, because he was a workhorse. He just ran around, shut people down for fun, and every now and again can counter-attack with him because he's got all that pace. Obviously, he didn't use the ball well too often, but you know what I mean? It's better than what you're seeing from Sancho at the moment because we're not playing to his strengths. So if we don't, we're going to have two players in the mode of Sancho and Cristiano who are doing nothing for us because of the team, the way we're built. So anyway, I'll put Wan-Bissaka right back, Shaw left back, Maguire, Baye, Fred, Van der Beek, Bruno, Rashford, Cavani, and Greenwood. They're the people who are on form. I'll play the on form people. and everyone else can come off the bench if people are not playing well.
Okay, but the chances of him actually playing Van der Beek is...
I don't even care. We can continue playing Fred and McTominay and whoever and Lindelof and getting smashed, or he's going to try something new with the players he's got, because if you don't change, guess what? Nothing's going to change, and people are going to be at your neck telling you got to get out. One or the other. You got to try something new, don't you?
You do. Something new does need to be changed, but it seems like... do you know what it is? It's like... people keep telling me, keep hearing. Something needs to change in that middle. Something needs to change. We need something different. We need to be more expansive. We're Man United. We shouldn't worry about anyone else. Yeah, he changes the middle. You lose. You concede 4 goals. In the mindset of someone who's maybe will revert back to type, which is Fred and McTominay in that centre, and he now has the argument that, look, I just played Pogba and Matic. And look what happened. So that's what it seems like he's going to go to. That's what I would think he would go to.
Yeah, that's why I've picked him, because I think, for me, I think even with the way that he sort of rushed in Maguire, it was, I'm used to Maguire. Maguire plays, this is my bread and butter. This is what I used to. This is what I know works. And I think that's what he sort of does do. He goes to what he knows, who he feels comfortable with. And I think that's why you haven't seen a lot of Donny van der Beek. And then sort of when he does come in, I get what people say, he needs time and that, but I don't think he sort of maybe trusts him as much as he does Fred, whether people like that or not. He trusts Fred. He trusts McTominay. They've both had, positive times. Yeah, they've had like negative times, but, all that winning run, it was McTominay and Fred. So that's what I can definitely 100%. If Donny starts, I'll be surprised. I'm not saying I'll be upset. I'll be shocked because, like you said, he's in this position now where he's just going to go to the people who he trusts the most, McTominay and Fred.
So do you think?
Go on.
No, I was going to say I got a feeling that he's going to drop Pogba then, if that's going to happen, because you can't. Is he going to play Pogba on the left and put Rashford on the bench, or is he going to take Pogba out and put Rashford on? One of them got to come out. He's
still got a little bit of leeway with Rashford. Rashford's only just come back. He's only had 15, 20 minutes in the game. He's got a little bit of leeway. Like if he's worrying about upsetting people, you won't be upsetting Rashford, because Rashford won't be expected to come straight back into the team. Over someone like Donny van der Beek, I feel bad for Donny van der Beek, because he came in that West Ham game, and you said he played well. He was what you need. He was popping it off, but then people may hold him liable for the mistake, which wasn't really a mistake. He just didn't really follow his runner. Now, if you're going to be overly critical about that, then that may have pulled him out of that game, and that's another reason why he may not be starting. Could it be? I don't know, but it just seems a bit odd that you just never see this guy playing, and it seems like it's something that you massively need right now. Let's get on to the key player. So, Nathan, of your predicted lineup, who would you say is the key player for you in that lineup on Wednesday night?
I just picked my what I would go with lineup. But I agree with Natalie. Fred and McTominay are playing. That's for sure. I think he'll play Fred and McTominay. I think he'll probably start with. I don't think he even would take Cristiano. I think he's going to play Cristiano. He's going to play Greenwood. And he's going to play Pogba probably. So that'll be the team. Pogba on the left, Cristiano up front, Greenwood on the right, Fred and McTominay, and Bruno in the hole.
And you'll probably win. And then that'll be the team going up against I think it's Liverpool after that, isn't it? So
yeah.
Who's your key man?
For me, I don't know.
Nathan still can't decide yet. It's like
whatever. No, for me, I think De Gea, but Greenwood. Greenwood is the guy now. I don't know. He's coming up with the goods. He's scoring the goals. He's running at the players. He's creating things. So for me, key man is Greenwood. It's a shame that he's sort of learning it. It's all sort of he's having to do it himself. And I know he got a bit of criticism at that Villa game, but I thought no, he was the key player for us attacking, because at least he was driving, at least he was trying, at least You know, he's running till the end, and that's why I think in terms of us scoring, which we need to do, it's going to come through his brilliance, or you know, him getting a shot off and someone else getting on the end of it, or something, or a cross, or something like that. So I think Greenwood for me, key player now.
All right, definitely not a bad shout.
Yeah.
Nathan, who are you going for?
I think De Gea is going to have to pull off some stops for us to win this game. So I think De Gea is going to be the key man.
All right,
But until I see any different, De Gea is going to be my key man every week. Because at the moment we're just dying, mate. We're on, and I'm not being. I can see if someone's saying overly critical, but it's like what you see in front of you. Like, how many games have we played? We've not played well in near enough all the games, and we've been outplayed by near enough every team we've played. Even the wins we've had, we've just been. It's in like Rocky. We've not controlled any game this season. That's wrong. With the players we got, you can't control a match. No, mate.
I mean, I think if we were being overly critical, we'd be on it, ollie out. We're not doing that. We're saying we're backing the manager, but we're just saying these things aren't going well, and this is what we would do to maybe change it. You know, we're not the manager, though. It's him. It's, you know, I'm always a person who backs my manager till the end. I might not agree with everything that I'm seeing, but I'll back him because that's what I think the right thing to do. So that's now overly critical. Okay, but I'm sure there's loads of we can all see it, you know, ollie out, criticising him, slacking him off, and I think, well, that doesn't help either. So, you know, if you can't criticise or be constructive with it and say try this alternative, then I don't know what you can do, because we're not saying we want to lose or we want to do this. We're saying we want to win. Please do this. But it's his team. At the end of the day, he's going to do what he's going to do, and you know, we're going to be happy when we win. And you know, we're obviously upset with what we're seeing on the pitch at the minute. Yeah,
Natalie, I might have that on loop for when people say it always happens. No, what it is I think people are getting confused sometimes. So like you said it there perfectly. You can be critical of something that's happened as long as you can back it up with an explanation of why you've been critical of it or why you think it should change. Like, you might be wrong, the manager might be right, but you've still got to have an opinion on it. Otherwise, what's the point in us being here? Like, it's part and parcel of it. Like, otherwise, you'd be sitting there going, I tell you what, that 4-2 loss the other day weren't bad. It weren't bad. Harry Maguire was all right. Smashed it. Keep on going, captain. Like, we're not. That ain't us. That ain't us. All right? And that's why you guys subscribed. All right? All right, thank you very much. All right, next up, predicted score. Nathan, give us your predicted score and your goal scorers. So I know you're going to smash us with a couple of Man United goal scorers, isn't you? Come on.
I just got to look into my crystal maze. Nat, you can go first.
No, I mean, I'm always a positive person. I always think we're going to win. I always think, even though, you know, it was horrendous versus, you know, Leicester, I do still think we're going to win, because I think once it's backs against the walls and we have to win, we do. You know, I'm going to go, I want to say a 3-2 Man United. I know that's still conceding goals because I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet, but you know, I think we need a win, and a win's the most important. So I think Greenwood will score, Ronaldo and Cavani. There you go, 3 goal scores. I don't know about their team as much, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm sure maybe someone who do would let me know. They're good players.
So you got Ronaldo,
Cavani and Greenwood.
3-1, yeah?
3-2. So I do think it's going to be tight. I don't think it's going to be easy, but yeah, I think it will be. I think it'll be end-to-end. We'll attack their attack, we'll attack their attack, and, you know, maybe it'll be a 91st minute winner again.
You're taking a leaf out of Nathan's book. It's like a script. It's like a Hollywood movie. All right, Nathan, what you got?
I just got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's there. What you got?
I just got it given to me. We got a 2-1. We've got a 2-1 victory here.
Yeah.
Just winning the game. We've got Bruno and Greenwood getting goals.
Right.
Yeah, I've got 2-1. I can see it happening. It's a weird one because I had a little bit of a fight in my brain there with a 1-1, 2-1, 1-1, 2-1, 1-1, 2. I was like, listen, we've got to win the game. I'm just going to go with the 2-1, even though my head is saying 1-1. 2-1, I'm going with.
All right, we've got a 3-2 victory for Manchester United. Ronaldo, Cavani and Greenwood for Natalie. And we've got a 2-1 victory for Nathan. Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood. All right. This sounds like a very, very good game. What's your score predictions in here, people? Kate's gone for a 2-0 victory. Come on, United. Callum's gone for a 3-1. Ollie at the wheel. And Pedro has brought everyone back down to earth for a 1-1 draw. Cheers, Pedro. King Dennis, the lawman, 2-2. No one wants to see a 2-2. We want victories. Man United want victories. All right. All right.
Isn't this the team that that thingy came from? No.
Who?
It is, isn't it? Ahmad.
Yes, it is. Ahmad is going.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is.
Ahmad
Diallo,
I know he's just
formerly
come back.
Toure. I mean, if he comes in and scores the winner, I think I'll be running around the living room
Right,
like that.
gotta be on the bench.
What a story that would be. All right,
I can see
all right.
Ole doing that though. I can see him putting him in the bench. If he's fit, I can see him putting him on the bench and bringing him on. I could see him doing it. He's one of them guys. Like, listen, you played for them before. You'll score against them.
Yeah, you know what.
You scored against them before.
Yeah.
You're playing next time.
All right.
5 years ago, you scored against them 5 years ago. You play.
All right. Well, make sure you join us, people, on Wednesday, 10 p.m. straight after the game to give us. So we'll be giving you the rundown and what we think of the score. All right. Thank you very much for joining us today, Natalie.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, of course, anytime, and of course, thank you for joining us today, Nathan.
Thank you.
Connor.
Yeah.
I'm
Look at
seeing
the picture
things.
though.
Connor. No, Connor's our resident troll. He's the nicest guy ever. He comes in, winds everyone up. So he's like the little brother. You can't hate on Connor. Just give him one of them. Just do one of them and send him on his way. He's giving you a 3-2 victory.
Crazy.
At Atalanta. Crazy.
No chance. Not at Old Trafford.
Just jumped in with the Bulldogs, Connor. What are you doing? All right. Thank you very much for joining us, people. Great time today in the comment section. Kate, Mary, Connor, of course, Ollie Gill, Miss Cavani there again. Who else have we got? Tony, a regular. Callum there as well. And King Dennis, the lawman, and of course, Pedro. Thank you for joining us, people. Peace out. Stay safe and wash your hands.